Good morning and welcome to another exciting edition of Smell the Coffee, your favorite morning talk show with your favorite hosts, Diana Master and Glenora Shifura. Good morning, my darling.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
You look quite well. I'm doing very well, but you look very, very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Don't I always, though?
For the audience, the mixer did say he wants your dress. So
for his wife.
To his wife. So I think that's as good as a compliment can get.
Yes. And
Tell me where you bought that so I can get that from my wife.
I can get that. I actually find it funny. Namibians don't say, oh, that's a nice dress. They're like, yeah, that's a nice dress. Let me steal it, man.
Yeah.
Like they'll never fully compliment. Like,
yes,
oh,
exactly.
hey, I like your dress.
Yeah. We'll never go like, oh, yeah, you look very nice today, Dan.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, let me steal that necklace, Glenn. I like the pearls. The pearls are giving.
Thank you.
They're giving classy lady.
And the earrings. I was just like, I'm going to be that girl
today. Okay, I love that for you. It's giving, Beyonce's song,
yes.
I'm that girl. Okay, girl, get it. So today, let's talk about life path numbers. Do you know what your life path number is?
I have a suspicion it's a 1. Ashwin calculated for me because he's into astrology and numbers. Let us not be in Mercury retrograde.
Oh my goodness, Mercury retrograde is not...
Oh, you couldn't send that email? It's Mercury retrograde. I'm like,
yeah, it's always blame it on Mercury retrograde.
So he said it's a 1, but what does that mean? What if my life path is number 1? What does that mean?
So basically, everyone has a life path number. You're assigned... I don't want to say assigned, but you have a life path number. For example, my life path number is a 9. So there are certain characteristics that come with being a life path 9, a life path 1. So it comes all the way up to 9. So some interesting facts about myself. They say because I'm a life path 9, there's a possibility that this is my last life.
Whoa.
Like I've basically reached my full evolution phase.
That's so. So do you believe in reincarnation? If we're on that topic, then
I do, and I actually want to do a reading to see what I was in my past life. I feel like I was a princess. I mean, I am a princess in this life too, but I do believe in reincarnation. I find it funny. They always say that your birthmark is basically how you died in your past life.
I heard apparently, let's say if it was like a traumatic something, let's say something happened to you on your shoulder and there was some trauma around that, you'd be born with a birthmark around, whatever killed you.
I know my nephew, he has like these sort of like dark marks on his ankle.
Yeah.
Right? No, not on his ankle, on his calf.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like lines. They look like stroke marks. Like, wow. And that is just his birthmark.
Maybe something happened to him in his past life.
I feel like someone whipped him because that boy is naughty. I feel like he did something in his past life and they're like, no, you know what? And they also say your fears.
Yes. That one, I watched a movie, it's called I Origins a few years back. And it touched on this concept of reincarnation and you know, many past lives. So this guy gets married. I'm sorry to spoil it for the people, but he gets married. He meets this woman, and I think they were probably soulmates because it was like an instant connection. I'm not so sure if they got married or they were on their way to get married.
Yeah.
And so there's an elevator accident that kills her where she's ripped apart in half. That's so crazy. And then a few years later, so in the movie, they was trying to base like everybody has a unique eye print. Like your soul, every time it reincarnates, it's just a specific eye print that it has.
That remains,
Yeah, that remains. So he was looking for her eyes.
Okay.
A few years later now.
That's actually quite romantic.
And then he travels all the way to India to find a girl who has the exact same eyes as her, but she couldn't even speak English. She was, you know, and she was like, okay, fine, it's not the girl, I'm giving up this mission, I'm going back home. And then they were about to get to an elevator.
Yeah.
And then the little girl was afraid of the elevator.
Of the elevator,
she could not go in.
And that's how he knew. Yeah, exactly. And that's, the fact is, you can't explain why you have a certain fear for something. But they always say it's linked to how you died or how you passed on in your previous life. And that is just crazy. Wow. And just quickly touching on the whole soulmates thing. They always say that a soulmate connection transcends borders, languages, race, everything. Like you could literally see someone and be like, I don't know you,
but I know you.
You are my person.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Wow, we just went a little woohoo today. Smell the coffee. We'll be right back with your top stories.
NMH Ad 1 brings you news from all across Namibia. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact nmh1@synergy.com.na. NMH Ad 1, your lunchtime news companion. And now let's get into some freshly brewed news. Starting off, Marlene Schiappa, French minister, criticized over Playboy photo shoot. A French government minister has sparked outrage after she posed for the cover of Playboy magazine. Marlene Schiappa, the minister for the social economy, was fully clothed for the shoot. It will appear on the cover of the April edition in France, but the move has drawn the ire of both her political opponents and colleagues. Prime Minister Elizabeth Borne told Ms. Schiappa that her decision was not at all appropriate, especially in the current period. The current period being that in recent weeks, France has seen a series of violent clashes between police and striking workers who are angry at President Emmanuel Macron's planned pension changes. On Saturday, Ms. Schiappa defended her decision to appear in the magazine, writing on Twitter, defending the right of women to do what they want with their bodies everywhere and all the time. In France, women are free, whether it annoys the retrogrades and hypocrites or not.
Wow. Bold stance indeed.
Definitely.
Bold stance indeed.
And you know what? The cover is actually going to be accompanied by an interview about, is it same-sex marriages, and I forgot the other one. Yeah.
Wow.
Like she was like, you know what, I'm taking a stance.
She's like, I'm going to go this way.
Yeah.
Even if people are not, you know, but I'm going to do this thing.
But I don't see why it's a problem, though.
I respect that, actually.
But I don't see why it's a problem if she's
because
even
the argument is considering the political climate in France at the moment. But had it been, let's say, a peaceful time in France, would they still have the same reaction?
No, but the political climate right now has nothing to do with
they're using that as an excuse. I'm just saying, had it been a normal whatever
because I would understand
France, where there's not a lot of, I know there's a lot of riots, etc. right now.
But you know what? I would understand if
it would have still been a problem.
I would understand if they were saying that, oh, it's a bad time. If it was something like in Uganda where the new anti-homosexuality bill is being passed, and she poses on the cover of Playboy wanting to talk about this, then they could be like, oh no, that's bad. But the fact is, the political climate right now has nothing to do with her being on the cover of a Playboy magazine. One, fully clothed.
Yes.
Two, just talking about social issues that people are facing. It's not like she's trying to stir the boat or rock the boat. She's just stating things that are happening and things that are there.
Yes, and it's aimed within her political agenda.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's not, I just want to go look pretty for Playboy.
Exactly. She's actually spreading a message. But anyway, that's another story for another day.
Now, getting into our next story, the Ministry of Justice said it will deal with Eva Nangolo, a senior legal officer in the ministry, over racial remarks she made against the Damara people on Twitter. In a tweet posted on Sunday, Nangolo reacted to pictures of the newly launched Damara cultural dress by saying, for once, the Damara people are doing something beautiful, cultural identity. These overshadow that violent image of breaking bottles, knife stabbing, insults, and no culture identity that I only know of them. These tweets drew the ire of many tweets who criticized her for being a tribalist. While the ministry has distanced itself from these remarks, the ministry stressed that it embraces cultural diversity in all its forms and encourages all Namibians to do so.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it was, you're trying to be bold, but it's almost like that backhanded compliment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I told
it's like it could be a thing of, you know, for a prostitute you dress really well. And it's like, what? Are you complimenting me? Are you
Exactly.
What are you saying?
It's that backhanded compliment. Like what? And it's really tribalistic.
No, but
let's also be honest about that. You're trying to associate, you know, the Damara people with violence, etc.
Yeah, no, it's very tribalistic. But my problem is, why couldn't she just stop at I love this?
Yes, exactly.
That's it.
Why did you need to add?
Because, you know, my problem with people is we want to be so outspoken because I feel like sometimes we think the public will come to our defense.
Yeah.
Like we think, oh no, the public is definitely going to support this
we're going to say.
But some of these things, just think them and don't say them. Like, just
say them at home in
no,
quarters.
No, don't even say them. Like, just think them. Just think them.
Yeah, just
don't
think
even
them
say
and don't say it.
Because how would you feel if someone came for your tribe and your culture like that? Imagine
I remember
trying to...
how I felt. I was traveling in Prague, and then I meet this... It was my first time in Eastern Europe. And I meet this Russian guy who can barely speak proper English. And then he's trying to compliment me. He's like, "You're very pretty
for a black woman."
I was like,
"Yeah,
wow."
That's a very
it's
common
the same.
One.
It's very common, but it's comments like that you're like, "Wow, where's the?"
Okay, but you have to understand that in certain languages it translates differently because they do like a direct translation, and sometimes it doesn't translate properly because of the language barrier.
But come on, now this
like obviously,
it's just with her. I think she thought the thoughts. But she should have thought it through. Like it's just you don't just air everything that's going on in your mind. But how would you feel
if someone came for your tribe like
that? Or your house? Maybe tribe feels a little bit further away. Yeah. You guys are very clean for a what? Let's say you're sending. Yeah. No, because for the masters for the master.
Because my problem is, she was talking about overshadowing in that tweet.
Yeah.
But she doesn't realize that what she did in that tweet was overshadowing the good that she meant to bring out in the plot.
Exactly. No, but I don't think, like I said, those are backhanded compliments. I don't think it was a compliment. It was not. It's like, yeah.
In a way, it could be a twisted compliment. Like, sometimes we don't think our
Don't give it then.
But anyway, moving on to some more drama. Meghan's half-sister to refile an even stronger defamation case against her. The Duchess of Sussex's half-sister is planning to refile an even stronger defamation case against her sibling. Samantha Markle's legal team has revealed it will focus on comments Meghan made during her and the Duke of Sussex's 2021 television interview with Oprah Winfrey. The lawyer's announcement comes after a Florida judge last week threw out part of the case related to the biography Finding Freedom by Ahmed Scobie and Caroline Durand. The sister claimed the Duchess spread demonstrably false and malicious lies to a worldwide audience in the book and her CBS television interview. The £60,000 lawsuit claims Samantha was subjected to humiliation and hatred after her sister said she felt she grew up as an only child. She told the court her estranged sister, 58, had also caused her great harm by suggesting she had only changed her surname back to Markle to cash in on the royal connection.
Ooh. A family feuding. Okay, let's maybe pull back a little bit. Let's talk about Meghan Markle.
I don't like Meghan Markle.
Yes, let's maybe pull back a little bit.
I don't like Meghan Markle.
Because I watched bits of the documentary that's on Netflix, and there was a little bit of, in my honest opinion, narcissism. There was no...
Oh, no, definitely. No, definitely. Even the fact that, I always say Meghan Markle preyed on Prince Harry.
Yes.
It's
even
not
the fact that she said that she didn't know about the royals.
Number one. Number two, if you don't know about the royals, how are you going to wear my mother's favorite perfume to our first date?
That was so messed up.
That was very messed up.
That's like, what? That is so messed up.
Even how she wears Princess Diana's... or inspired looks.
Yes,
people are like, oh my goodness, she's paying homage to Princess Diana, and it's like,
she knows what she's doing with him. Yeah, but even that, what you're saying, with the sister saying that you can't assume that because I changed my surname back, it was to cash in on you being like that's you thinking I'm better than everybody else. Yeah, so that's why they're trying to cash in on that she put her surname. Like that's really like, wow. Even if you are at that level and people are doing that, it's not things you would publicly say. You don't say it publicly.
Some things you think them, but you don't say them.
Yes.
Just keep it up there. Keep it up there. Don't say it.
Oh, speaking of things that shouldn't be said, in our next story, the son of Ugandan leader Yoweri Museveni, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, said he would send Ugandan troops to defend Moscow in case of an imperialist threat Call me a Putinist if you want. We, Uganda, should send soldiers to defend Moscow if ever it was threatened by imperialists, he wrote on Twitter.
You know, Kainerugaba is very outspoken, especially on Twitter. There was a time he announced that he was running for presidency. And he's still Kenya.
He's still running for presidency after this tweet in the same.
But his father had said that
he should stop.
He's going to desist from posting on social
media. But
media.
he's still posting.
What do you do with such a problematic son?
And he's the only son, so maybe there's that privilege given to him because he's the only son.
It could be.
It could be. It could
be. But, you know, for someone who's in the public eye, he's
he should keep it quiet.
He should keep it up there, definitely.
We'll continue discussing this on the other side of the break.
Because after the break, Lynn Marie Couture will be joining us at the Tourism Expo later this month, and she catches up with Ashwin to talk about his singing career. Stay tuned. After the break, we get right into this interview.
The My.NA Cars Show provides viewers with the best in-class cars content, engaging interviews, as well as a showcase of the latest cars-related news, products, and services. If you would like to feature your brand or campaign on this platform, contact My.NA at synergy.com.na. My.NA Cars, more than just a ride. So the Tourism Expo will be taking place from the 27th to the 28th of April, and one of the musicians that will be singing there is Lynn Marie Couture, also known just as Lynn Marie. Thank you for joining us, Lynn Marie. How are you?
Thank you for having me.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. Can't complain. All right, let's get into your journey. You know, just start with the singing career. When did you start singing, or when did you discover your passion for it?
I've told this story many times, but it's very true. My mom's an incredible pianist. She'll never admit it, but she plays very well. So growing up, she'd play at night, and it woke up this love for me in piano.
All right.
So I started learning piano, and then I loved writing poetry. So I combined my poetry with my piano, and that's singing, making songs.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm actually a poet myself, so I'm relating to this. I just never could play piano, so you're lucky on that point. But what do you personally love about performing? Yes, your mom ignited the fire within you, but what makes you want to keep it ablaze?
I say music is a language I speak best. It's how I communicate. It's how I express myself, my feelings. It's also the most universal language. Music is something for everyone, and when you do shows and you see your audience interacting and understanding your language, it's just nothing but complaints.
No, I mean it's truly prolific. You know, I always say artists interact intimately with the spaces society takes for granted. Like an artist can see a space or an event or interactions differently, and when artists go on stage and express that, you've got this whole group of people who are ready to embrace you and embrace your story as you take them on that journey. I think that's truly beautiful. Now, you do sing, but you've also competed as a singer, and I'm a lover of competition. I truly am. I'm a big fan of competition. But you entered Voice of Namibia 2021, and you won, which is awesome. I believe you performed last year at the Expo, didn't you? Like Voice of Namibia? Did you perform?
Yeah. At the expo.
At the expo, Tourism Expo last year. It wasn't. Oh, okay. No, I could have thought I saw you there. But you know, I do know we've got a good relationship with Voice of Namibia. You were the champion in 2021. Tell us about that journey.
Yes, actually entered my first year, 2019, and I came second.
All right.
And it wasn't because I was like, let me see if I can win. It went more about, unfortunately, in Namibia, there's not enough platforms for young, because I hadn't performed live yet. So there wasn't any other platform. So I thought, let me try again, just because it was such a joyous experience, because everyone who participates loves music. It's not just about the competition.
Absolutely.
So I tried again and I won.
And that's how it works, you know. If you don't get it the first time, you got to try again. And I really have to say that when you say everyone on Voice of Namibia loves music, because when the contestants were there last year, it was stunning to see just the camaraderie, how everyone supported everyone. I even remember their white T-shirts. You see Voice of Namibia, you guys left an imprint on my mind. Why do you feel like competitions such as Voice Namibia are important?
Like I'm saying, I think the word competition is not a.
It's not an
nice
ideal
word.
or
It's not a good word.
Like, showcase, talent showcases.
It's a talent showcase, but unfortunately there has to be a winner, because that's what kind of locks people to come as well.
Yes.
But it's all about just giving these young, like you get Voices of Namibia kids as well, giving children that would have never had the opportunity to step on a stage. It gives them that opportunity, and it impacts people's lives, man. You meet new people, Yeah, so it's not the competition, it's more the essence of performing.
The essence of performing. And for the audience, they get to be exposed to Namibian talent that may not necessarily be in the forefront out there. All right, so you're going to be performing at the Expo. I'm certainly excited about that.
Yes.
And you have a band this time.
I
You
do.
come here, you started your own band.
Yeah.
Walk us through that. What made you want to start your own band? And tell us who you'll be performing with, if you can.
It's actually an interesting story. I met one of my best friends, JP Kotze. We met at Voice of Namibia 1.
Okay.
And we just instantly clicked. We've got this amazing musical chemistry. He plays guitar and sings, and a little bit of drums with his foot.
Yeah, wow.
So we went like 6 months ago. We started to combine our music because we're independent artists as well. So we started performing together, and we've been doing quite well.
All right.
So we're struggling to find a band name. If there are suggestions.
All right,
It's a struggle.
suggestions.
For
You're
now, it's
welcome.
Lynn Marie and JP.
Okay.
But yeah, so we'll
Okay.
be performing together.
All right, Lynn J. That's my submission
Lynn
to
J.
that. Lynn J, I can work with that. No, I think that's really beautiful. Certainly looking forward to your performance. Now, the Expo is something that is a part of your journey. And so the last question I wanted to ask was, what is Lynn Marie's big dream? You know, what is the thing you want? Is it Madison Square Garden? Maybe it's Sam Nujoma Stadium. Is it the Grammys? Maybe it's the Namas. I'm just curious about, you know, what's the big dream that you feel yourself pushing towards?
I guess my big dream isn't any international stage or anything like that. Of course, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's more releasing music. Since as I've told, the piano and writing music, that's my love. Before I'm a singer, before I'm a pianist, I'm a writer.
Yes.
So I would love to release more music. Unfortunately, it's very expensive.
It is.
But yeah, that's my passion, putting albums out, releasing music.
All right. So, hey, look, as long as you get to express yourself, and I think that's the beauty of being an artist, you know, understanding that is a sacred gift that you have to be able to put your thoughts, your experiences into creative work. Thank you very much for joining us, Lynn Marie.
Thank you.
All right. So that's Lynn Marie. She's going to be performing at the Tourism Expo 2023 with JP. It's going to be a very interesting group. We don't know what their name is going to be, but one thing we know for sure is that Lynn Marie has got the vocal cords to keep you going. This is still Smell the Coffee.
Now, I am definitely a lover of food. Well, that's good food. If you have a good wash recipe, then see how you can enter the ShopRite and Checkers Boerewors competition in our Let's Eat segment.
Namibians, are you ready? It's that time of the year again, and entries are open for the 2023 ShopRite and Checkers Namibian Champion Boerewors competition. Where in Namibia are you from? Because anyone with a delicious Boerewors recipe can win. From butchers, farmers to home chef, the gold can belong to you. If you're ready to bring them the best Namibian Boerewors recipe, just head over to championboers.com and enter your original Boerewors recipe. You can stand the chance to win your share of 300,000 Namibian dollars in ShopRite and Checkers shopping vouchers. You can enter online no matter where you are. And except for entering online, you can also see step-by-step instructions as to how to make a perfect boerewors, ingredients to use and ingredients to best keep aside. We hope to see you preparing your best boers. You still have some time to enter the competition, with entries closing on the 23rd of June this year, and the entrant agrees that the recipe and method submitted will not be altered in any way during the competition once validated by the Namibian Chef Association. Participants must enter 1 kilogram of boerewors for the regional round, and the overall winner agrees to make his or her recipe available to the ShopRite group of companies for 2 years and acknowledges and accepts that ShopRite and Checkers may produce and market the recipe at their discretion.
Now, we are definitely looking forward to seeing the recipes that you come up with. But that's all for today's episode of Smell the Coffee. Until tomorrow, it's all our love, all our light from Diana Master and Glenora Shipura, and adios!